thank you all again for joining us for the 2020 Youth Exchange Officers Post-Convention virtual event. I'm your MC, Past District Governor Jamie Mick from District 6950 here in sunny Florida. Today's breakout sessions include youth protection, responding to concerns from warning signs to allegations and everything in between with youth protection experts from Presidium. Moving from diversity to inclusion actions, which aims to teach you how Rotary's diversity, equity, and inclusion statement applies to Rotary Youth Exchange. Keep Rotary Youth Exchange alumni engaged in Rotary will illustrate the importance of keeping up with the alumni from the program. How to engage district officers and clubs in Rotary Youth Exchange shares tips about how to involve more Rotarians in your district's Rotary Youth Exchange program. Inbound service projects, inspiring the next generation featuring Shelterbox. And it looks at sharing the great service work that Youth Exchange alumni have done on their exchange, as well as the various ways that they can serve in the coming year. Remember, if you want to share your excitement about the 2020 Youth Exchange Officers Post-Convention on social media, please make sure you use hashtag YEO Postcon 2020. Up next, I'd like to introduce to you our keynote speaker for today, Clara Simoes. She recently completed her youth exchange from Brazil to Turkey. Clara is a founding member of her Interact Club in Brazil, and in general is very involved in her local district. She regularly attends district and Rotary Club events and seems to be just at the start of her Rotary journey. Here to tell us more about her Rotary journey so far is Clara.
Hi, my name is Clara Maio. I was born in Brazil and I'm a former exchange student and interactor. Today, I'm going to tell you a short story about a 10-year-old child. The story started in 2013, when a selfish child was asked by her Rotarian parents to select some toys to be donated on behalf of their local Rotary Club. Her first answer was, "No, I can't give them away. They are mine." That was such an unexpected reaction to her parents' expectations. But they tried and tried to convince their child to change her mind by explaining why she should do that. One day, that child accepted the idea, and after talking with her parents, she selected some toys she was not using anymore, including her favorite one, the simple and most beloved toy. The big day had come. She and some of her friends, alongside the local Rotary members, visited a low-income neighborhood of their city and donated a lot of toys to children in need. That day made a real difference to a lot of lives. She noticed that her attitude changed when the underprivileged child excitedly tore open the package. As she looked to the toy, she looked into the one selfish child's eyes and said, "Wow, this toy is the most beautiful in the world, and the first and only one that I have. Thank you so much." That one selfish child was me. Time passed by and I kept thinking about that experience. In my prior perspective, I could not understand why other children could never have a toy before. After a lot of conversation with my parents and friends, I could understand that some parents could not afford giving toys to their children because of their financial condition. I continue helping in volunteer projects and started making some more donations. Because of that, I found a purpose in my life, helping others and being a better person. I grew up and continued in the Rotary family as an interactor. It was in this period of my life that I noticed I was in the road not just to be myself, but also to follow and to be an example. Through Interact, I grew up in different ways. I learned how to work in groups, to develop leadership skills, to talk in the front of the class, something that was really terrifying to me before. To be a more empathetic and confident person in the seeking to achieve my goals. During the Rotary meetings, I discovered a program called Rotary Youth Exchange when I met some foreign students. After learning that the program was available to everyone, I decided to face the next challenge in my life, the opportunity to go on a Rotary Youth Exchange and the opportunity to get to know a different culture from my own. Then I started to study and get to know more about the program. My parents, friends and Rotarians supported me during all the process. Another big day had come, the day when I was assigned my exchange country, Turkey. The exchange year started. In the beginning, everything was difficult to me. The Turkish language, to get used to the food and different habits, to make friends, to settle down. However, I had an important and essential support: my new Rotary Club and my host families. An incredible support this program offers comes from the amazing host families who are always looking after the students and making them feel at home. The great opportunities experienced by the students are also highlights of Rotary Youth Exchange. In my case, as I really love history, I could visit a lot of Asian places where I learned more about the culture and the Turkish people. Besides that, I had the opportunity to participate in Model United Nations, which was a fantastic experience for my future career, as I want to study international relations. Furthermore, in my exchange year, I attended many different Rotary meetings, festivals and trips, got to know more about the culture and traditions, and went to a very good school where I made friends and learned more about the language. During this exchange period, I participated in RILA and in different Rotary projects in my host district. That participation was essential to get more involved in Rotary and its programs, as well as to love the institution more and more. Unfortunately, my exchange had to come to an end before the expected time of return. Due to coronavirus pandemic, after host and sponsor district agreement, I had to return to my country earlier for my own security. Everything became so unpredictable and a feeling of frustration was unavoidable. During the returning process to my country, the support of both my host and sponsor Rotary districts, clubs and families made me feel better and safe. Back to Brazil, my home country, and far from Turkey, the country I learned to love and that will be in my heart forever, I have been in touch with my sponsor and host Rotary families. And now I return to my Interact Club with a new strength and energy, despite all these challenging times we are going through. So, with my story, I would like to say, everything is possible. We can be better and do amazing things. As the symbol INGO says, if there's a will, there's a way. I grew up inside Rotary and I believe I've developed myself into a better person. This is only the beginning of my story with Rotary, and I wish to keep on writing my Rotary page by inspiring other children like me and the volunteers who make Rotary programs possible. Thank you very much. Çok teşekkür ederim. Muito obrigada.
Thank you, Clara, for your wonderful insight as a recent participant in Rotary Youth Exchange. Your words are inspiring and show the tremendous impact that Rotary Youth Exchange has on the young people today. Next, I'd like to give our next speaker, RI President-elect Holger Kanak, a short introduction. A Rotary member since 1992, President-elect Kanak has served Rotary as treasurer, director, moderator, member, and chair of several committees, representative for the Council on Legislation, zone coordinator, training leader, and district governor. He is an endowment major gifts advisor and was co-chair of the host organization committee for last year's Rotary International Convention in Hamburg. Kanak and his wife Susan are major donors to the Rotary Foundation and members of the Bequest Society. Holger has a long history with Youth Exchange, and I understand that he's going to share it with us in just a moment. Please join me in welcoming Rotary International President-elect Holger Kanak.
Thank you for joining me to celebrate Rotary's Youth Exchange programs. And a special thank you to Jamie Mick for that warm introduction. I'm Holger Knack, President-elect of Rotary. If you could know only one thing about me before I'm sworn in as President of Rotary International, it is that I am a strong believer in and supporter of Rotary Youth Exchange. Youth Exchange was one of my first great attachments to Rotary. My wife Suzanne and I have sponsored Youth Exchange students now for 24 years. And the 43 Youth Exchange students have become permanent fixtures in our lives and changed us a bit each year and raised our tolerance level. My first great area of responsibility within Rotary was managing the German Youth Exchange program for 6 years. This put me in touch with generations of Rotary leaders from our districts and helped me become a familiar face in the Rotary world. And as you know, my theme for the upcoming year is Rotary opens opportunities. And Rotary opens opportunities for the people we serve and for ourselves. It is about ushering in a new era of change within Rotary. And it is about ensuring that we do everything we can to care for every member of Rotary and everyone who participates in a Rotary program. I spoke about revolution and change in my International Assembly speech in San Diego. And within weeks, that revolution arrived in the form of COVID-19. We have all been forced to adapt our Rotary experiences and to find new ways to live up to our commitment to service above self. Youth Exchange has been affected by this change. This Rotary Board has strongly encouraged districts to voluntarily suspend long-term youth exchange for 2020-21. If possible to continue with the exchanges, districts were advised to exercise caution this year and postpone long-term youth exchange programs on 1st January 2021 and short-term on 1st October 2020. So youth exchange will continue, but districts must put the safety of their students first, more than ever before. We came up with measures to help protect your districts and your young people. None of us know what will happen with COVID-19 in the future. We know youth exchange participation will be very low because districts, volunteers, and students are worried about their safety. And they should be concerned. In the end, the health and safety of everyone matters most. Even with these challenges, I see also opportunities for Rotary Youth Exchange in the year ahead. Let families know through words and action that we care about their health and safety of their children and will be taking every precaution possible to keep them safe. And this is also a perfect time for you to strengthening your programs, especially youth protection efforts. Revamp your training and resources now so that your program can be even better when you resume. There is a brand new youth protection course available now on the Rotary Learning Center. It is good that we are rolling out this when participation is lower. That will help us provide more assistance to youth exchange volunteers as they undergo this and other training. It is so important to protect the health and safety of children. In addition, there will be soon a new youth protection guide available, and we need to do everything we can to make sure it is widely distributed and read and understood by all youth program volunteers. We also have a chance to reach out with virtual exchanges with students who cannot participate this year. And we should invite and encourage young people to participate in Interact and RILA whenever we can. These are unusual times for all Rotarians, but we have been through difficulties before. Rotary Youth Exchange has withstood many challenges in the past, and this year will be no different. I'm so pleased that we found a way to continue the program this year, and I promise to do everything I can to strengthen youth exchange for the years to come. Thank you so much for providing so much energy, motivation, and passion to this program. I believe in the work you do because I'm one of you, a tireless believer in youth exchange and the power of friendship that cross borders and generations. Rotary opens opportunities for the people we serve and for ourselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Canuck, for your confidence in Rotary Youth Exchange and for lending us your perspective for the program in the years to come. Though the program will look different in many places this year, I agree with you that we all must continue to seek ways to strengthen Rotary Youth Exchange in the years to come. And this concludes our closing general session. It has truly been my honor to guide you through this event. Make sure that you review the breakout sessions that were featured today, and you can still view yesterday's breakout sessions on the Day 1 page. All sessions will be available for a few more weeks, so feel free to save a video and view it at a later time. We want to know what you thought of the sessions and the event as a whole, so please take a few moments to do the survey on the survey page on the website. And of course, make sure you tell your friends which sessions you enjoyed the most from the 2020 Youth Exchange Officers Post-Convention by using the hashtag YEO Postcon 2020 on social media. Thank you for attending the 2020 Youth Exchange Officers Post-Convention with us. We hope that you enjoyed yourself, that you learned a lot, and that you feel more empowered for the future of your exchange program to make it the best it's ever been. On a personal note, please wash your hands, wear a mask, and please stay healthy.